So in this video, I'm going to share with you my best trick for how I was able to get a 790 on the English section of the SAT and how you can get a great SAT reading and writing score as well, even on those hardest problems on Module 2 with inferences, asking you to draw conclusions, to use researchers' hypothesis, and all that type of thing. So if you want to figure out how to ace those SAT English problems, then let's jump in. So my real strategy was not looking at the answers, because when you look at the answers, it's easy to compare them, try to figure out which one sounds most right. And oftentimes you find two answers that you're battling back and forth trying to figure out, I don't know what the difference is between the two, and so you kind of have to guess. However, if you don't look at the answers at all, formulate your own answer before looking at them, then you're much more likely to be able to get the problem right. So what I mean by this is on all the writing problems except for the bullet point questions, and maybe occasionally for some of the grammar ones, but definitely all of the reading ones, look at the question and then read the text and then formulate what you think the answer should be based on that text. If they're asking you to fill in a blank with that vocab word, use the context to figure out a synonym for what you think the potential answer could be. Summarize the text to find the main idea. Use your knowledge of what's in the text to figure out a contradiction hypothesis. Whatever you can do to come up with an answer before looking at the actual multiple choice answers is going to help you so much as you're trying to decipher between answers. It's going to save you a lot of time so you don't have to compare the answers or go back and reread that text multiple times. But I know that sounds a little bit complicated, so I'll go ahead and just show you what I mean through a practice problem. Remember, read that question, then the text, formulate your own answer, and then finally, fourth step, look at those questions. So this is the problem that I'm going to use in order to show you that you can answer these questions without looking at the answers first, formulate your own answer, and then look at the answer choices. We can see that this is one of the inference questions or that kind of question, so it's going to be a little bit harder. This is in Module 2 of Practice Test 4. Let's go ahead and read that text, formulate our own answer, then look at the answer choices. Looking at the question first, it says, which finding, if true, would most directly weaken the astronomer's claim? Okay. Given that stars and planets initially form from the same gas and dust in space, some astronomers have posited that host stars, such as the Sun, and their planets, such as those in our solar system, are composed of the same materials. So I'm going to highlight some things here, just highlighting where they're talking about materials. And the astronomers' claims is this. So some astronomers have posited that host stars are composed of the same materials, with the planets containing equal or smaller quantities of the materials that make up the host star. This idea is also supported by evidence that rocky planets in our solar system are composed of the same materials as the Sun. So this is trying to claim that stars and planets, right, they're initially formed from the same gas and dust, so the materials that are in the stars are going to be, or in the host stars, like it says here, are going to be the same as are in the planets. So if you find gas and dust, or a certain kind of gas in a star, you're going to find that same kind of gas in a planet. That's kind of what they're saying. And the planets are going to contain equal or smaller quantities of the material. So you're going to try to find an example when, though the star contains a certain kind of material, that material is either, maybe it's greater, or it's not in the planet at all, because that would go against the claim here. So, okay. So let's see if we can find something that goes along those lines. Most stars are made up of hydrogen and helium, but when cooled, they're revealed to contain small amounts of iron and silicate. Can't be that one because it doesn't talk about planets at all. B. A nearby host star is observed to contain the same proportion of hydrogen and helium as that of the Sun. This is talking about two stars here, no planets. So take that out. Evidence emerges that the amount of iron in some rocky planets is considerably higher than that in their host star. That matches because it's a higher amount instead of being equal or smaller. So that's probably our answer, but we can go and check the last one. The method for determining the composition of rocky planets is discovered to be less effective when used to analyze other kinds of planets. This isn't directly relating back to that claim here. Can't be right, doesn't talk about planets and stars. So hopefully that practice problem was able to help you understand what I mean by formulating your own answer before reading the answers that the SAT College Board is giving you to pick from. Hopefully you'll be able to use that same technique on your next SAT, whether it's the summer SAT or it's SAT in 2026 or even further on. If you're looking for more help with studying for the SAT and doing well on your exam, please subscribe to my channel. Feel free to ask me any questions below. I got a 1570 on the SAT, super scored, and I would love to help you in English and math and something college applications related, whatever else. I'm just here to help you guys. So again, please like and subscribe. This is also part of my college application process, and you can help this become a bigger activity on my activity section by engaging with my channel. With that said, good luck on your next exam and acing those difficult reading and writing problems.